Hello, hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your August 2022 Tarotscope. I would like to start off by saying this is a collective general reading, not a personal reading, so please only take what resonates with you. I would also like to share, if you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So thank you so much for being here. I truly am very excited to see what August has in store for all of us. Let's jump right in. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what do we need to know for August 2022, please? What do we need to know for August 2022? Thank you. Are there more? Yes. What do we need to know, please, for August? Okay, thank you. Thank you. And can you give us some clarity on this, please? What do we need to know? Thank you. Can we have some clarity on this, please? What do we need to know? I will share with you that I'm getting really hot for really no reason. And that for me is a sign of the angels being around us. Oh my Lord, hold on. Get this. Are there more? Yes. Okay, thank you. That is a sign for me of angels being around. So I do feel like we're supported regardless of what we move through this month. What else do we need to know? Are there more? Yes. Okay, thank you. What else do we need to know, please? Yeah, I'm like so hot, you guys. So you definitely have support coming in this month from your angels and spirit team as well. Yeah, I feel like there's like one more in here. Okay, there's a couple more. So I feel like regardless of however things manifest for you throughout the month of August, I feel like you have the ability to call upon your angels to seek guidance from them, assistance from them right throughout this month. Please know that they are there for you. Why might this be happening for us in August, please? Thank you. Why might we be experiencing these things through August, please? Why might we be experiencing these things through August? What do we need to know, please? What do we need to know? There it is. Thank you. And what would our angels like to share with us, please? Oh, yeah, I just got even hotter. This is wild. It's a very beautiful day where I'm at. It's not very hot, thank you. And so there's really no reason for me to be feeling this way other than that energy coming through from the angels to let us know that they are with us. Anything else, please? Yes. What would you like to share, angels, with us for the month of August 2022, please? What do we... Thank you. All right, so I'm going to move these to the side and then we will jump right in. What do we have going on for us? So the first card we have out here is Plant Yourself Here, Integration, Embodiment, and Grounded Action. Now, what I'm really getting with this energy is I feel like for many of you, there is something that you learned over the first half of the year, right? Well, from, January through July, I feel like there are things that you've learned, awarenesses that you've been made aware, like you've, that have come into your field and you are now acknowledging or have acknowledged. And I feel like there's this energy of integrating the things that you've learned and the things that you've gained and allowing that to essentially propel you forward, right? Bringing these things into your reality. So for example, let's say you learned a new healing modality or a new means of meditation or something that's therapeutic for you and healing for you and something that can help you grow and prosper, right? It's implementing those things into your life and integrating them into your way of being and really allowing yourself to essentially embody and utilize those tools, right? And I feel like that's that part of that grounded action. It's like, now I know this, right? Now I need to put it into place into my life and use it for my own growth, for my own expansion. So I really feel like this has something to do with something or many things that you've learned over the first part of the year, and really allowing these things to essentially be part of the person that you want to become, right? And if you're like, oh, I'm good where I'm at, like you, like that's when you stop growing, you stop living, right? All the things that live grow. And so, there's this energy of like, it's, how do I word this? I feel like for some, and this may not be your own energy, but it may be the energy of some people around you, perhaps, where they're like, I don't need to change. I'm perfectly fine the way I am. And it's like, okay, but when you're not growing and expanding, you're not really living. And so there's a need for some to allow these changes to take place, because through that you grow, through that you expand, through that you have new experiences, through that you change your life, right? So I feel like there's this energy of really allowing some of these things that you may have learned to sink in, and again, bringing them into your reality. You also have here, yeah, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Now, what's really interesting about this card coming out is, first of all, the things that you learn, right? And the things that come into your awareness often have those keys that you need, right? In order to perpetuate healing, to promote healing. So when you implement them, right, you are consciously taking action in your own healing, aiding in your own healing, right? And so I feel like there's this energy of the things that you're learning, the things that you're experiencing or have experienced through the first part of the year, and perhaps even through the month of August, are things to perpetuate that healing, to show you that you're not broken, to show you how strong you truly are, to show you that you have all of the tools and all of the things that you need in order to really expand and grow into who you're supposed to be, not who society's told you you should be, not who your wounding and trauma has told you you should be. And I feel like this is something that we are thirsting for or hungering for, the ability to just be who we're supposed to be, right? And without the added pressures of being all the things, right? Like, it's interesting because there's this energy of like just allowing ourselves to be who we're supposed to and move in that direction. And there is pressure that comes with that, but it's not the same as someone trying to pressure you to be something that you're not. In addition to that, there is this energy of allowing yourself to be where you are. If you are healing and going through the shit, be there. Experience that. Allow your body to really go through that and then integrate what you learn, right? I feel like this is a very powerful message. And also, we have this energy here of trust the process, right? So trust what's coming up, what's being shown to you, the things that are coming up for healing, the things that you're being triggered by, the advice or um, different information that you're being exposed to. Allow yourself to accept that and acknowledge it and implement it if it resonates with you, right? Trusting that where you're being led is for your highest good, that where you're being led is for you to be better than you were yesterday or 5 minutes ago, right? And then you have it's safe to soften here as well. And that for me is saying, which I've picked up anyways, through readings in my membership, it's this energy through the month of August, which is fascinating to me because we are in this masculine Leo energy for a majority of the month. This energy of balancing that out, being both hard and soft, if you will, right? Not to say that a sacred masculine or divine masculine is hard, but they're very confident, very stable, right? They provide that stability, those boundaries, being assertive, that sort of thing, kind of the more hard, if you will, right? And the feminine energy is more about being understanding, excuse me, and nurturing and allowing things to flow and do so with ease, right? And so I feel like there's this energy of balancing the hard and the soft, right? And I feel like a big part of this month is telling us like it's okay to soften. And for me personally, what better month to do that, because that masculine Leo energy is still very loving, very warm, right? So it's already as if there's like one foot in the door, if you will, into that more feminine feeling, emotional, deeper type of energy. And I really do feel like there's this energy of balancing that out throughout the course of August. I also feel like for some of you, you needed to hear that you're not broken, right? You don't need to be fixed, right? You're not broken. You are learning. And through this learning, you're healing. Everything that you have experienced, regardless of how traumatic or painful it was, and I'm not trying to invalidate how you feel by any means, but those things that you experience, you can learn something from every single moment in your life if you choose to see it that way and look at it as, why did this happen for me? What did it teach me? What did I learn here, especially about myself? For example, if someone is, let's say, emotionally, physically abusive, in that situation, that's traumatic, it's painful, it's scary, right? But overcoming that, going through that experience teaches those who are able to move through it that they are strong, that they're powerful. It teaches them to stand up for themselves. It teaches them to kind of have a backbone. It teaches them what they don't want. It shows them that they deserve better, right? So there's always a lesson, even if it's something incredibly traumatic or horrific, right? We also have here the wastelands, sustainability, slow down and tend to your garden. And what's beautiful about this energy coming out is, first of all, you may feel like you want to take some time to yourself this month, and that's perfectly okay. Clearly, we are processing energies and healing, and that takes a lot of energy and a lot of work on an energetic level. And I feel like there's this need, like if you feel like you need to rest, it's likely because you are trying to integrate new ways of being, that you're releasing things that are meant to be healed. And again, it takes energy to do these things. So you may find yourself feeling tired. Know that if that is the case for you, you're being asked to slow down, to mind your body, look after yourself. I also get the energy of like drinking lots of water if you do find yourself feeling this way. Know that it's okay to slow down. Know that it's okay to pull back a little bit. I also get this energy of tend to your garden is like weed out your consciousness. Make sure that the things that you are engaging in energetically are something that is filling your cup, not just emptying it, right? So engaging in things that don't have purpose, like gossip, like just doing things just because you're bored or alone or whatever. It's like, no, do the things that have purpose, because pouring your energy into things that have no purpose, that aren't beneficial to you, you're just wasting energy, right? So like tend to your garden, give back to yourself, weed out your consciousness, right? Work on healing and clearing these things and fix and turning these things around so that you feel more balanced, more stable on your own footing, so that you feel more complete, you feel energized, right? But I do feel like there's this energy of taking time for yourself, especially should you need it, because you cannot keep pouring from an empty cup, right? It's this energy of like, even if you don't or haven't been consciously aware of the fact that you're healing and integrating new ways of being, the energy is still utilized regardless. And you can't sustain yourself pouring all of this energy into other things while you're simultaneously pouring into yourself, right? It's like making yourself a priority. And I feel like that's important. I feel like there could be a need for you to get time by yourself as well, to be able to hear your own voice and listen to yourself and follow that guidance, right? Like, hey, you might need a rest. Hey, you might need a nap. Hey, let's drink some water. Hey, let's take a bath. Hey, whatever the thing is, like you need to give back to yourself. And I feel like release any fear. Pardon me, I have this fear energy coming up. Release any fear you have around taking the time to step back, around giving that time to yourself, around giving yourself the opportunity to tend to your consciousness, to tend to your physical vessel, to make sure that you're looking after you and not just giving and giving and giving. Okay. So I feel like throughout the month of August, just with what's come out so far, we are essentially healing a lot, integrating a lot, really transforming our consciousness, or at least have the opportunity to do so. And I do feel like it is this month of essentially utilizing a lot of energy to create change, right? Let's see what the tarot has to say. Two of Swords in the reverse. This is being that energy of like an indecision or sorry, an indecision or stalemate, right? It's also like, what's the lesser of two evils as well. So I have a question with this card that's coming through. This question of, can it get worse? What's worse? Facing your fears and what makes you uncomfortable and moving forward, or repeating the same thing over and over again and staying stuck where you're at, experiencing that cycle, right? What is the lesser of two evils here? How bad, like, it's that energy of like, how much worse can it get, right? What's worse than essentially being stuck in hell because that you're reliving the same cycles that aren't beneficial to you, aren't helpful or for your highest good? Like what, how, right? Like, how much worse could it get? So I do feel like there's this energy here of, you know, choosing, do you want to remain the same or do you want to experience something different? What is the lesser of two evils, right? Five of Pentacles. Yes, this is insecurity. This is insecurity and hardship, right? And I feel like you may feel like insecure, like you don't know, like, how do I word this? The lesser of two evils in the sense of like, I don't know what happens next. Like I don't feel safe or secure in what's coming, right? Or you may feel like you don't have what you need, but you do. You have everything right there that you need, right? If you pick your head up long enough to see, you have the key inside the door to unlock a new path. But it's going to require you looking up, taking a look around, and really truly doing a kind of inventory on what you have available to you, the resources that you have within you, the things that you've learned, the knowledge that you have, right? Calling upon God or the universe or whatever it is you pray to, and saying, you know, thank you for showing me how I move forward with this. Thank you for helping me to utilize the tools that I have and the resources that I have in order to move forward with ease, in order to move forward in the way that is best for me, right? And sometimes that looks like challenge. Sometimes that looks like staring things in the face where you feel like you don't have all of the things that you need, but doing it anyways, right? Now, I'm not saying to make decisions that put your life or the lives of the one, or the lives, excuse me, of the ones you love in jeopardy, right? I'm not telling you to be reckless, but I'm saying if you are in a position right now where it feels like you're at rock bottom, how much worse can it get? Right? You may already have everything that you need available to you if you only take a look around and see what resources you have available through people, through organizations, through, you know, whatever it is. And sometimes you can talk to people and they will give you resources that you have been looking for, right? So maybe you're like, oh, I need a new job. And then you're talking to a friend and you're talking about, you know, looking for a new job. And they're like, hey, I think I might have something for you. Actually, this just showed up, right? So it's taking a look around, utilizing the resources that you have. Page of Pentacles, yes, because there's this ambition. I feel that's why it's like, what's the lesser of two evils here? If you're already feeling insecure, if you're already going through hardship, if you're already feeling like you don't have enough, what more can you lose? There's so much more you can gain, right? And I feel like it's that pull, there's that pull here of craving something new, desiring a new experience, right? And I feel like this is why a lot of this information that seems to be coming through, that we, or rather seems to have come through before August, right? Now is the time to implement that, to plant ourselves in that energy and to move forward, right? Because we want to experience something different. Essentially taking that step, trusting ourselves to stand on our own feet, right? And again, trusting that we have everything that we need. Queen of Wands, it's going to take courage. It truly is. It's going to take courage. It's going to take bravery. It's going to take determination. But you do have that fire within you should you choose to tap into it. You do have this ability to put things into action, right? But it's, again, it's going to take courage. The Queen of Wands is one of my favorites in the deck because she's so feisty and lively and passionate. And even if you look here, look, she's so full of life and sparkle and shine. She has that energy about her that's like, look, like this is what happiness looks like, right? And I feel like this is available to you. It's almost like, here it is. Are you going to reach out and grab it or not? Right? Here is the light, the path that you've been seeking. Are you going to step into your courage and take advantage? Right? What's the lesser, of two evils? I also feel like I need to tell you that healing also takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of trust in the universe, in God, in yourself. It takes so much trust, right? But you have that within, you have that courage. You really truly do have that courage, right? You are not broken. You have that light within you. Let it out. Allow it to come out, right? I feel like some of the things that we're healing, some of the things that we're working through have to do with us essentially standing up for ourselves, kind of like this Queen of Wands, having that backbone and being very, I'm not seeing it as like forceful, but like being very like, this is what I'm doing, right? Like, you can't change my mind type of energy. Pressing forward, right? Knowing that you're supported, knowing that it, like, you've already experienced some heavier or worse things, right? So why not give this a shot? Why not give yourself the opportunity to experience life in a different way, right? One where you live very courageously and bravely and passionately, and you experience something new where you feel alive, not broken, not forgotten, right? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is an energy of having that lack of stability, right? Or having that lack of resources, which is showing up twice. So again, you may feel alone. You may feel like you don't have everything you need. You may feel like you need more, right? But I feel like this healing is happening. These things are happening to bring in more stability, to bring in more resources, but you have to be willing to let go of some of the other things first, right? Some of those ideas, those behavioral patterns, those thought patterns, those victim stories, those limiting beliefs that have led you to stay stuck, or rather put you in a position to feel like you're stuck, because it's like, oh, you can't. And so it's like, okay, I'll sit here. But in reality, in truth, you can. The key is on the inside of the door, right? So it's this energy of moving out of that through courage, through the ambition or desire to experience something new, right? And leaving that energy behind, right? Pressing through it courageously with this Queen of Wands, even though you may feel like things are unstable, even though you may feel like you don't have all the resources you need, right? It's like pressing forward still. And even though this 10 of Pentacles is in the reverse, it is still a 10 and still an opportunity to bring forth the end of a cycle, to bring forth that energy of completion and being able to renew or experience a renewal of life within yourself. Yeah, Page of Wands. This is beautiful because this is that excitement and freedom. This is freeing yourself from those limiting beliefs, I feel, of not having enough resources, or of feeling like you're unstable, like, or that you need to be stable in order to make certain decisions, or you need to be sure, or whatever it is, right? This is an energy of freeing yourself from those limiting beliefs and getting excited about what's to come, about the potential, about those new adventures that could be showing up once you make these decisions, once you start implementing and integrating everything that you've learned over the first part of the year. This is so powerful, I feel. And look at this, beautiful, beautiful. The Empress showing up at the end of the deck, or at the end of the tarot here, to say you are creating a new reality for yourself, or you have the opportunity to do so, to create a whole new world for yourself. The Empress is this energy of fertility, right? It's this energy of creation. And so you have the ability to create a new reality for yourself, right? If you should only choose to face your fears and step into a space of courage and to really move through things, even if you feel like you're not completely supported, knowing that you have everything you need to nurture yourself and to nurture a new beginning. I'm also very drawn to the fact that we have the Empress out here, which is the archetype of the mother or the divine feminine. And so, again, there's that energy of bringing that more allowing energy in, that more energy of stillness and surrender and ease versus fighting things, right? um and again, like it's interesting because it's like allowing yourself to move through the energy, right? Oftentimes a wounded feminine energy is like kind of needy and a bit codependent, right? And feels like weak, right? And I feel like this is about stepping up and realizing the resources, excuse me, that you have for yourself, and moving out of victim mentality of not having enough, being weak, being powerless, needing people, needing things, and really stepping into your own power of a creator, essentially, right? Of creating the world that you want to experience through healing and through changing the way you see things, right? Allowing these things that you've learned to, again, be implemented into your reality and thus experiencing something different. Why might this be happening? Serious star blessings. Yes, proceed, be seen, push through. Again, this energy of, even though you may feel like you don't have enough, or you don't have what you need, or the resources aren't there for you, or you're not ready, this is an energy of do it anyways. Of course, trust your own intuition and your own discernment. Make the choices that you feel is best for you and your experience. But if the only thing holding you back is you're not ready, go anyways. If your intuition is like, this is something we need to do, and you're like, I'm not ready though, do it anyways. It's likely there's something beautiful waiting on the other side of that for you. Right? I'm also very drawn to the fact that this is serious star blessings, and I don't know all the things, so forgive me. I will do the best I can. But we do have this like alignment taking place around the 8th of August, which is the alignment of Sirius and our sun and something else, the earth. I don't know, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm not an astrologer, okay? I'm just being real. But I do know that it has to do with Sirius star blessings. So I feel like around the 8th of August, or somewhere about there, the first couple of weeks of August, I feel like you may be getting this push, right, to move forward, to take action. And I don't know if you can hear, there is a lawnmower running or something outside, and that's like movement, taking action, right? No matter how slow it is, taking action, making those moves, right? Yes, and tending to your garden. That's interesting. It's a lawnmower, and we have tend to your garden out here. Thank you, Lord, for that. So this energy of, again, cutting out the weeds, right? Trimming the things so you can see clearly, gaining clarity on things, like weeding things out, right? Trimming things down so you can see what it is you need and what it is you have available to you. Again, kind of going through that inventory of your own resources, right? I also feel like there's an energy here of, so you're not broken, right, over here, and it's safe to soften. I'm being drawn to this be seen here, like allow yourself to be where you're at, right? If you are emotional, if you are, feeling some type of way, like it's okay to soften, it's okay to be seen. You're not broken, right? Trust that you're experiencing these things for a reason. Proceed, keep going. Don't let the fear of people seeing you stop you. Don't let the fear of being soft or vulnerable or whatever stop you from being exactly where you are. When you start to deny how you truly feel, you're dishonoring yourself, and then you in turn find or experience that you cannot trust yourself, right? So I feel like there's a lot here about learning how to trust yourself through honoring what you feel, whatever that looks like, Maybe it's you're tired, honor that. Maybe it's you're emotional and you need to process things, allow that, right? So I love this energy showing up. You also could be seeing signs about this and ties to this. So for example, maybe you see things about Sirius showing up over and over and over again, or you see things on social media or on advertisements or movies or things where it's like, yes, you got to go. Like, this is so important. Like, do it anyways, push through, be brave, blah, blah, blah. Like those sorts of things, like that push to move forward. You may see signs of that as well. And that could be an indicator for you that there's, you know, a big message here for you to pull a thread, right? To pull on. We also have here star gathering, stars aligned, remembering home and soul family. So again, I just got really hot for no reason whatsoever. And I feel like it's interesting that, first of all, that we have stars aligned. And I was just talking about Sirius, the Sirius star aligning with our own sun. So I find that really fascinating. You may want to look into that deeper through people who know what they're talking about. Okay. But we also have here remembering home. And I feel like part of that is remembering you. Seeing like, this is not how I'm supposed to live my life. I'm not supposed to live my life feeling like I don't know what to do, feeling stuck. I'm not supposed to live in this space of hardship and suffering and poverty, right? This is not what life's meant to be like. Right. So I feel like there's this energy of remembering home in the sense of, I remember that, like, this is not what my soul's that's not what I'm supposed to be experiencing here. Right. This is not what life is supposed to look like. And I feel like that's remembering home, remembering what it feels like to be in tune with your soul. Right. And to experience life in a very beautiful and abundant way. Right. But if your experience is, and what you've taken on as your beliefs, is that there will never be enough, right? Then that's clouding your truth, your home, essentially. So I feel like we're remembering how things are supposed to be, right? And I'm also getting this energy of soul family, like, pardon me, I'm getting fear energy coming up again. And I feel like there's fear here around being alone for some of you. Maybe there are things that are preventing you from making decisions because you need to let go of some family dynamics, right? Whether that's your immediate family, your chosen family, or I mean, your immediate family, your blood family, excuse me, or your chosen family, whatever that looks like, your marriage, I don't know. But there could be something here about, for some of you, I feel like releasing that, or you feel like you need to walk away from that, or maybe are feeling pulled away from it or something, but there's the fear of being alone. So you're kind of afraid of taking that step away, right? But know that when people leave your life, it creates space for those that are meant to be there to move in, to come into your reality. So I feel like even if maybe you've been on this journey for a while and you've felt alone because you've been doing the things, right, that you're meant to be doing alone, the processing, the integrating, the grounded action, right, allowing this healing to take place, taking care of yourself. And maybe you've lost a lot of people along the way in doing that. I feel like there's an energy here of knowing like your people are coming. They're on their way. Things are getting into alignment. Things are coming in, right? And for others, I feel like there's this acknowledgement for you to say, hey, even if you even if you step away and are fearful of being alone, know that more people will come in. Like, this is confirmation to you, like, you won't be alone forever, right? Those that are meant to find you will, when they're meant to, and when you are ready. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so we flip these over at the same time, which is interesting. We have here, open your heart, Archangel Shamuel. Thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. Yes, I feel like this is part of that healing process. I feel like this is about you opening up to possibility, opening your heart to things working out, right? Opening your heart up to trusting in yourself and believing in yourself and believing in love and believing that you're supported, opening your heart to a new experience, opening to the possibility of you actually having enough and being enough and making decisions that are going to make changes, right? I feel like the angels are around you to say, hey, open your heart to see things that maybe you haven't been able to see before. Open your heart to seeing the blessings before you. And sometimes when we look at things from our human perspective, we're like, why is this happening to me? Right? We see it as something painful and traumatic. Whereas a lot of times in all spiritual truth, it is a lesson for us. It's a blessing, right? Because it's showing us what we don't want. It's showing us what we do want. It's showing us a better way of doing things. It's showing us that there's something that we can be learning there. And so there's this energy of counting your blessings. See all the things that you've experienced and what you've learned from them, how it's helped you to become who you are, how it's helped you to be a better person, right? Count your blessings. Look around. It's oftentimes when we sit and really count our blessings that we realize that we have much, much, much more than what we thought we did before, right? This could also be about opening your heart to count your blessings, opening your heart to see them and see your resources, right? Like I'm seeing the blessings as like resources, looking around, taking again that inventory, like what do I have to be thankful for? And then you're going through the things and it's like, oh, I actually have a lot more than what I thought I did. Right? I feel like doing this will allow you to open your heart more because you'll be seeing how much more you really do have. Okay. I also feel like for some of you, journaling about this, writing down things you're grateful for, excuse me, may be beneficial for you for the month. We have express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. Isn't that interesting? Because I'm talking about here with the tarot, essentially moving forward, facing fears, regardless of what it looks like, and creating a new way of being for yourself. And I feel like this is what this is about. Right? Really opening up and allowing you to express your own divine creator, co-creative energy, right? Being open to that, seeing where you've created your own reality. And I can almost guarantee that when you've if you've kind of run through your experiences, and this may not be for everybody, but for me personally, going through an awakening, when you see things from a new perspective, you're able to kind of look around and see where you've created your own reality and how, right? Did I create that through pain, through trauma, through wounding, and then bring that even more of what I don't want into my own reality? Did I create that event out of purity and love and feeling grateful and support? And you'll see where that comes back to you, where you've been grateful and where you've been just allowing things to happen and witnessed things manifesting into your reality that are of that same frequency of like, oh, I'm so grateful for this. And, this is great. And then something comes in and you're like, another reason to be grateful, right? Because you're creating that through your own consciousness. Yes, I was just talking about this. I have goosebumps everywhere, you guys. We have manifesting miracles. Archangel Orion, thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles into my world. This is exactly what I was just kind of touching on, right? Creating the world that you want to experience, manifesting it through your consciousness and transforming your consciousness, integrating the things that you've experienced, allowing these things to heal you, allowing you to look after you, to take care of you, to tend to you, right? Getting your consciousness right, weeding out your consciousness, getting rid of limiting beliefs, victim stories, programming, wounding, trauma around abandonment, rejection, not being enough, right? All of that sort of thing. And then letting the newer energy come in and watching it manifest into your reality. This is beautiful. I love this, you guys. I love it. And I'm very drawn to how like these look very similar with all the little dots, right? Very drawn to that. So I feel again around that Lionsgate portal time period, as it's referred to. So I like the first 2 weeks of August, I feel like you could be seeing miracles manifesting, especially if this is what you've been doing through the first half of the year. Okay. At the bottom here, we have the bud, potential promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. I have fucking goosebumps everywhere because here we have manifesting miracles and we've been doing the healing things and trying to bring new things into our world, right? To create new things in our reality. And we not only do we have yes, but we have it's about to happen. Keep going. This is what we don't see. This is what we don't know. For many, I feel you've been trucking along, going along, trying, doing the things, right? Making things happen, and it's about to show up. Like the work you've put in is about to manifest into your reality. Again, I feel this is for those that have been doing a lot of work over the first part of the year on healing and really integrating new ways of being, putting these things into place, being more devoted to self, tending to self, right? Really bringing these things in and creating movement. I feel we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, and this is decisions, choices. I'm feeling like the way that we bring this in, right? The way that we essentially kind of ensure, if you will, that we're bringing about the things that we want to experience is by aligning and choosing the things that are, what is the word I'm looking for, please? I mean, essentially that are aligned with what we want to experience, right? Making the choices that bring us closer to what we do want to experience, right? And deciding what it is that we want to bring in. Like, if you don't want to bring in toxic negative energy, don't be around people who fucking gossip, right? Choose that. Choose to separate yourself from that. If you need, people who are uplifting and empowering, choose to be around those people, right? Whatever it is for you in your experience right now, it's like choosing what is good for you to help to bring those things in, continuing to make those difficult decisions. And again, we have Two of Swords here at the start, which twos are about making choices. And this is like the lesser of two evils, right? Being undecided, not knowing what to do, maybe because we feel like we don't have enough resources. But it's like choose. You need to make a decision, right? Again, the Lovers is about choices, and I feel like this is like choosing to love you, choosing to put you first, choosing to keep taking those steps. We also have here at the bottom Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, absolutely, trusting in the process again, and Dharma. And what I'm getting here is like your life path is unfolding before you. The path that you created, the plan that you created right before you came into this physical body, that is unfolding before you. Your life path, your life purpose is unfolding before you. But you must trust where you're being led. You must trust that you're making the right choices when you feel called to make them, trusting your intuition, trusting God, whatever it is for you, right? Trusting and pulling back when you need to. It's important to take care of yourself. You cannot hear yourself clearly. You cannot hear God clearly, your intuition clearly, and take the steps that you need to if you are tapped out energetically. If you're tapped out physically, you cannot keep going, right? So there's this energy of making sure you're listening to yourself and trusting yourself and allowing this path to unfold, following your intuition where you feel called to, because it is part of your soul plan. Right? Again, trust yourself, trust your intuition, take this if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, okay? But I do feel like this is really about trusting where you feel called, right? And following those paths accordingly. And again, showing up, again, trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Yes. Right? I feel this is a month about really stepping into you, trusting you, honoring you, following the path that you feel called, staying away from the shit that doesn't resonate, following the things that do, right? And doing that, trusting yourself, again, coming back home to yourself and moving and creating a life that is in alignment with that trust, with those actions, those decisions that you're making in accordance with that life path, with those things unfolding, right? I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this because this feels like a big month of growth within self. And I feel like once this is implemented, once it's integrated, and once we are really in the flow of it, I feel like it'll just kind of shoot out and then it will bring in more things through the remainder of the year that align with that purpose, that life path, right? And will show us how much we can really truly trust ourselves and the choices that we make, and that we can create the reality that we want to experience by doing just that, trusting our intuition, allowing ourselves to heal, allowing ourselves to process, allowing ourselves to be, giving ourselves permission to be who we are and to follow whatever that looks like, right? As long as you're not hurting people, okay, like my just disclaimer, right? But following that for your highest good, I feel like it's so powerful. So that is what I have for you for the month of August 2022. I really truly hope that something here is valuable for you or resonates with you. If you found that it does, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It does help the channel to grow, and it helps YouTube to know that there may be something valuable here for someone else. So I truly do appreciate your doing so. I'm sending you so, so, so much love. So much love. Big, big, big hugs. I'm holding space for you. I'm praying for you. Know that you've got this. Know that you've got this. Know that you've got this. I don't know why I need to keep saying it, but know that you've got this, and know and trust that God has you. You are capable of so many amazing, brilliant, magnificent things. Now trust yourself. Trust that you can do that. And again, trust that God's got you. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful soul. Have an incredibly powerful and expansive month. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.